If you want to know which books you should be buying this autumn or fall, you've come to the right place. Welcome or welcome back to Francesca's Books. My name is Francesca, these are my books, and here we talk about all things thriller books. And today I have like 25 new books that I've added to my collection in the last 4 to 6 weeks. Okay, I know. However, I was about to justify myself. I have no justification. Apart from some of these have been sent to me and very kindly gifted. The majority of them I've bought. Just looking at them all and I don't even know where to start. These are in absolutely no order whatsoever. I'm gonna go purely from top of the pile. But before we do, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video and let me know if you're gonna add any of these books to your autumn TBR as well. I'm actually gonna start with my advanced copies. I've only got 3 of these, but they are some of the most exciting books that I'm gonna read in the very much foreseeable future. The first one is Claire Mackintosh's 2026 release. Oh my, you don't even understand how excited I am to read this. April 2026 it's coming out and it is called It's Not What You Think. And in this we're following a married couple and the wife is convinced that her husband is cheating on her. So she kind of like sets something up or goes home when she knows that he might be at home to kind of catch him in the act, right? And then when she gets there, he's unalived and she's walked into a crime scene. I am a huge fan of this author, as you guys know. I have read every single book that she has ever written, including her detective series, which aren't normally to my taste, but she's that good of a writer that I've dove in. I have also been told by Claire herself that this is one of the most twisty books she's written since I Let You Go. Some of the most shocking twists, some of the most crazy plot points. So when I say I cannot wait to dive in, like this is my very next read as soon as I finish my current read. And the next book is, any guesses? Any guesses? Oh yeah. This is Frida McFadden's October release. So this book is called The Intruder. I'm so in awe of these like PR packages sometimes. So The Intruder by Frida McFadden comes out on October 7th, both in the UK and in the US. So this follows our female main character, Casey, and she is in a lodge cabin in the woods, and it's one of those situations where there's no electricity, there's no Wi-Fi, and it's definitely not built for a storm. Very like classic thriller vibes, until a young girl turns up on her doorstep, lost, dirty, covered in blood, and looks like she's going to attack. You guys know that I don't read loads into the synopsis of books that I haven't read yet because I really like to have that surprise factor, as if you were just picking it up on the shelf in a bookstore, having a quick scan and being like, yeah, I'll read that. That is what I enjoy. But I have no doubt this will live up to Frida McFadden's crazy plot twists and things that are so simple that you wish you could have done it. And the other advanced copy I've got is Strangers in the Villa by Robin Harding. This is from the same author as The Drowning Woman, which I adored. You guys know how much I love that book. And this sounds like it's going to be just as good. This follows a married couple who go on a like last-ditched attempt to save their marriage type trip in a villa, I assume, and then another couple knock on the door, need help, join them, unsure on the logistic, but it goes downhill from there very, very fast. This is also set in Spain and it's written by a Canadian author, so I'm very interested to see how she does that in terms of like the localities and everything that she will include in this book. I really enjoy the commentary on that sort of thing. This author's books are so incredibly written and almost a little bit sophisticated in their writing, so I have no doubt I'm gonna love this. And then the next set of books are ones that have just been released and I've picked up a copy of pretty much as soon as they have hit the bookshelves. The first one is The Favourites by Lane Fargo in paperback. This of course came out in hardback I think maybe like 6 to 9 months ago, and I've been waiting for the paperback version before I get a trophy copy. I rate this book 5-star. I absolutely loved it. It's the best book I've read this year that's not a thriller. It does have like thriller pacing, but it's definitely not a thriller. This is of course by the same author of They Never Learn, the dark academia feminist rage revenge thriller that I have literally just read and absolutely love that as well. So maybe there's something in this author's writing that is a huge hit for me. But if you don't know what The Favourites is about, we are following 2 ice dancers, and I was skeptical at first as well. I was like, I don't know anything about this world, I don't really have any interest in anything in this world, but the way it's told is just wonderful. It's a main timeline story, but then we have like almost a documentary-esque layer over it. And the people that are featuring the documentary are just such random side characters that you think, why are they even here? But you'll get to know. This is one of those that you just have to trust the process. Just trust me and read it. I also popped into the works yesterday and managed to get The Gingerbread Bakery by Laurie Gilmore. Oh, I'm so excited that this has finally come out. And as you can see, it was only £5. I have not taken the sticker off this yet, but I will just show you these sprayed edges as well. How unreal, honestly, how gorgeous. I know I'm gonna get questions about the sprayed edge version, so if you want the link I will leave in the description, but this isn't an ad, this is just me being like, here it is. is. This is the 5th book in the Dream Harbour series by Laurie Gilmore. We're following a different couple throughout all these stories, I guess, and we are finally on Annie and Mac's story, who have been alluded to throughout the whole of the series so far, but Laurie Gilmore has only just written them in book number 5. So when I say I'm ecstatic to read this, like, it doesn't even compute in my brain. I'm that excited. But it is a Christmas book, so I feel like jumping in September is, I don't know if it feels right. I think if you're not a die-hard fan of this series, I would pick this up and wait until December to read it, because it will be super, super magical. But I fear I may just read it soon. And then also, actually, from the works, I picked up People Watching by Hannah Bonham Young, and this isn't an author I've ever read from before, but I know she has really, really good representation throughout her romance books, and this is of course an autumn set romance book, so I thought that this would be a good one to try. And it also has this sprayed edge. Focus please, camera. Why does this never focus? I don't want to do it to you. I don't want to do it. I actually don't know very much about this book aside from its set in autumn, so immediately went in my basket. But I do think it is about two people who are very stressed in their lives currently and fall into like a casual relationship. I will never ever use the word situationship ever, but I think like I don't know, casual situation. And then I assume this blossoms into a wonderful love story, as they always do, so I will definitely be giving this one a go. I also got a copy of When the Wolf Comes Home by Nat Cassidy. This is also brand new out, and although I still haven't read anything by this author, this is the one that has been on everybody's recommendations this year. And we're following our female main character, who is just coming home from work one day. She's working as an actress, and I guess is walking like through the city, and finds this 5-year-old little boy just hiding in a bush, and she's like, what are you doing? And he's scared. I think he doesn't want to go home, and when she realizes why he doesn't want to go home, she gets herself into trouble. This one definitely will fall into the horror category, but I do like that this author caters very much to like a thriller horror audience instead of like a through and through horror audience. So that tends to be what I enjoy more. And again, I've seen nothing but 5-star recommendations. I've also got a copy of The Cinnamon Falls Mystery by R.L. Kilmore. This feels like a thriller take on the Dream Harbour series by Laurie Gilmore, but with a, yeah, like a thriller plot, I guess. Simon & Schuster very kindly sent me this, and I was definitely not going to say no, because I do want to see what it is all about. I think it's going to be a cozy mystery. I really don't see a book with a cover like this being like a dark, gritty thriller. But it's about this girl who moves to a sleepy hometown called Cinnamon Falls, and a body is uncovered in the diner with a note that says who will be next. So this main girl teams up with her ex-boyfriend, of course she does, to work out what is going on. I also actually picked up a copy of Akatar as well. As you can see, this was half price in Waterstones because it's a black version. I don't know, the red cover just doesn't do it for me, and I just feel like I would never read it. But when I saw that they did this special edition, I thought if anything's going to make me read it, it's this. This is the Night Court edition, if whatever that means to any of you guys who have already read it. I don't know if I'm going to like it, but I got it because it's such a beautiful copy. So those of you that are thriller girlies and have read Akatar, do you think I will like it based on the other books that I recommend? And then in the same shopping trip to Waterstones, I got The God of the Woods by Liz Moore. This has been very, very highly accredited amongst the like literary thriller world. I do think it is slightly more intense of a thriller in terms of not like a really popcorny, fast-paced type book. But I'm really interested to see if I will like this side of thriller writing. So we're following this 13-year-old girl who goes missing in these woods at a summer camp, which would be like a bit suspicious. Maybe we should go look for her. What the hell is going on? But it's made worse by the fact that 14 years before this, another child went missing from the same summer camp that's owned by these rich people. So I imagine there's going to be like a bit of commentary on that as well, which I'm not mad about, and excited to give it a go. I'd be definitely interested to know whether you guys like this one or not, so please leave me a comment and let me know. I also picked up a copy of The Trial by Jo Spain. I'm currently filming a Dark Academia reading vlog and having such a good time with it. I'm going to add in a 4th book, and it's going to be this one, and we're set in Ireland this time, which I think is quite different to the other types of thriller books you read that are at like university colleges in America or at Oxford or Cambridge. So I'm going to read this one next, and we're following a girl who, when she was at university, her boyfriend just was not there one morning when she woke up, and she's never seen him again. And then fast forward 10 years later, she's a professor at the same university. So maybe we find out what happens to him. I don't know. I also picked up Midnight is the Darkest Hour by Ashley Winstead. I have actually already read this but don't have a physical copy, and I just need one to tell you guys about this book over and over and over again for the next month. This isn't like strictly a thriller. In fact, I probably wouldn't say it's a thriller at all. It's more like a gothic romance with some thriller elements, but it is absolutely brilliant. And I mean, this cover, come on. How can you not want to pick up a book when the cover looks like that? The next one's quite random, but I picked up a copy of Pink Glass Houses by Asher Elias. This is a summer thriller, so I don't know whether I'm going to get to it now before next like spring, summer, when the weather starts warming up again, but it's very much rich people drama through and through. I have adored reading so much rich people drama this summer. And it's also set in Miami, which I think is a bit of a different take. I'm also just in love with this cover. I mean, I also don't know what it is as well, but I'm really enjoying a hardback recently. I don't know even how to justify myself on that one. I think it's because I have just been renovating my living room. It's now like a really nice space where I can sit. So instead of having a paperback, I've got the hardback like on the coffee table like this while I'm reading it. And obviously it just stays open, whereas paperbacks don't. So I think that feeds in. I also picked up Return to Midnight by Emma Dews, which is another book I have actually already read as well, but only just. I have read this in the time of it being delivered to my house to give you on a book haul, and right now. This is another dark academia book, but it is ballerinas and it is a schoolhouse massacre and it's set in October. I mean, you literally can't go wrong. I'll have a full review up for this on my channel very, very soon. As I say, I've already read it and vlogged myself reading it. And spoiler, it was good. It was really, really good. I also really like reading books from authors that I've never heard of before because it just gives more like diversity and range to what I'm reading. And this was a good one. The next couple of books I have told you guys about in my September TBR already, but for completion of the book haul, because these were all ordered around the same time, I've got A Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches, which again isn't a thriller. It is more a contemporary magical realism slash cozy horror. Is that a thing? Cozy horror? I mean, they're witches and they're finding their place in the world, and our female main character has never been able to do that surrounded by lay people, and now she can. Sammy also told me that she loved this book as well. It was definitely all the cozy vibes, and I feel like this will be a good palette cleanser in October in between all these what look like spooky dark horror books. And then in the same breath I also picked up The Thicket by Noelle W. Illy for the same reason, for more spooky reads this fall, because this one is actually set on Halloween itself, and we're following a girl who is supposed to be looking after her little brother at this Halloween carnival, and then he goes missing. And of course she wants to do everything she possibly can to find her little brother, but after a week or so he's still not been found, and then there's now like a media frenzy around the whole carnival, so she thinks instead of being put off by this, she's gonna lean into it and see if she can get some other people to find him. I also, in TK Maxx, managed to find this copy of Everyone Here Is Lying by Shari LaPena for $5.99. I was like, what? And it has a Target sticker on it, so I'm guessing this has somehow been imported from America. How cool is this edition? I absolutely love this book, gave it 4.5, and I think it's my favourite Shari LaPena to date. It's of course I like classic domestic thriller, but I think this one had a bit more of an edge on it. There was just some really crazy plot twists in this, and the characters were very well fleshed out. I just love this book, so of course when I saw this version, I had to buy it. I don't make the rules. And then in the same TK Maxx trip, I found My Dream Home by T.M. Logan. I actually haven't read that much by T.M. Logan. I want to read a lot more, and as I say, I'm on a bit of a hardback push at the moment, and this was only $3.99 for a hardback. And this follows a family who move into a new home, you'll be surprised to know, and they find this like rogue panel, so they open it thinking it might be like some storage or something, and it's a whole new room. What's hidden in the room? I don't know, but I want to find out. I read The Holiday by this author and absolutely love this. This is one of my like go-to summer thriller recommendations, so I have a feeling I'm going to really like some of his other work as well. I do have some other T.M. Logan books on my TBR shelf already, but this was the one that seemed the most intriguing to me. I love a domestic setting, what can I say? And then I also got another couple of romance books. So I got Falling Like Leaves by Misty Wilson. This was a book that I picked up in Waterstones and did nothing else but like the cover of and briefly read the synopsis and thought, that's such a cute little romance book. I'll take that home tonight and read it with a cup of tea. It'll be very like vibes. I got home, I started reading it, I got about 80 pages in and realised it was YA. So I will finish it, but it's just not as what I was expecting. I don't mind a YA romance, but I would never choose it. But apparently I did in this situation. It follows this girl who has to move back to her hometown. They literally always do, but she's only like 18, 19. And then when she gets back there, she sees this guy that she knew from school and he now works in a coffee shop, and I don't think they left on very good terms. goes from there. And the final book in this book haul I actually haven't even opened yet. So it's The Invited by Jennifer McMahon, and I had seen this so much across BookTok as like one of the best books to read during spooky season. And this follows a couple who not only inherit a haunted house but literally build one on the grounds of some of these trials or unalivings that took place years and years ago, and they just build a house on this land and expect it to not be haunted. I mean, sounds great. This feels like something different to add to the genre as well, so I will absolutely be picking this up this autumn. I think I might include this one in a spooky season reading vlog just because it is a bit different. And that, my friends, is a wrap on all the books that I have acquired over the last 4 to 6 weeks, roughly. Anything that has been very kindly sent to me, I have told you that hasn't been gifted, and I really want to know, because these are definitely a mix of genres, not through and through thrillers, that if you are interested in reading any of these, and if you have read them already, let me know if there's any that you think I should bump up my TBR. So as always, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I cannot wait to see you next time.